What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we are continuing our best builds video. Jacob I can't say this name. And straight from the underground of hell, Hades himself. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up this video is greatly appreciated. My friends, unfortunately, our time with Dislyte is starting to come to an end. There's a bunch of other games coming out that I want to check out. So we might do maybe one more Dislyte video. We're gonna do our last Dislyte video is gonna be a huge summon video. I've been saving up all my gems, all of my golden records. So Jacob is a 4-star epic hero, and he is a controller type. Now what makes him special is his main focus is poisoning your opponent. So if you take a look at like his ultimate ability right here, he does poison for 2 turns. The attack can't be dodged, which is really strong as well. And then once you do go ahead and you upgrade his ascension, you'll get this extra ability on his ultimate, which is petrification. And what this does is if the opponent is already inflicted with poison, instead of adding another poison to them, they'll get this ability put on, which basically means they can't take actions or reduce their ability cooldowns. So it's kind of similar to a stun in a sense. His special ability really strong as well. Grants fangs to all allied espers for 2 turns, and anytime they receive damage, there's a chance that they will poison the opponent. This is absolutely amazing. You want him to go first because you want to put that fangs on all of your teammates. That way, when the opponent does go, they're going to just be constantly getting that poison from attacking your team. So it really goes hand in hand. And then when they're all poisoned, go ahead and pop his ultimate ability, and then you'll get the petrification ability off as well, hopefully. So when it comes to his relics, we're going to want to focus on putting accuracy on him as well as speed, because we want to go first. We want him to go first. So we'll go ahead and we'll put something like the Windwalker set on him. That way he can go ahead and use his special ability to put that fangs on everyone. That way they dish out that poison damage when they take damage. And then finally for the 2-piece set, like I said before, you'll just go ahead and you'll throw that accuracy on, because accuracy is really important. We want that poison to stick on all of our opponents. Now one other relic set that you possibly could put on him is the Enchanter, which grants a 30% chance of extending the poison and bleed debuffs inflicted by 1 turn. But honestly, I really don't see a use for this with Jacob. I think the accuracy is more important, just because of his play style. You don't really need to extend the poison, because basically all of his abilities are going to poison the opponent, especially when you have Fang on all of your teammates for 2 turns. Also, another thing that I need to mention with the Fangs is they can't be poisoned. So he is really strong for the Sonic ritual, where the opponent, where the boss monster you go against poisons you. I don't remember exactly which one it is, but there's one that actually does poison damage to you. Again, it really depends on who you have. But if you don't have anyone who can do immunity to like stop poison, then definitely use Jacob for those ritual. All right, let's take a look at Lu Ya. I don't know how to say his name. Captain ability we got is increase ally attack in ritual and sonic miracles by 30%. His main basic attack attacks the enemy 3 times, very low damage, with a 40% chance of inflicting Sear though for 2 turns. Now what Sear does is it makes it so that the person marked with it will take more damage than usual. So this is really strong for bosses. I mean, he's really strong for pretty much taking down any of those ritual bosses. True damage equal to 10% of the target's max HP. So because of this, like I said, this is really good for when you are taking down bosses that have those ridiculous high health pools. When building him out, your relics that you're going to want to focus on are the War Machine to give him that extra 30% attack. I like the counter attack the best. You can also give him the one that gives him the increased crit rate as well. That can be better. If we look at his passive ability, if a crit is triggered, increase the trigger chance to 30%. That gives you a 30% chance that you'll do that extra true damage. For his resonance, you're going to go ahead buff his attack as usual, because he is a DPS class. And then finally, we're going to take a look at the underworld nightmare man himself, Hades. This is a 5-star legendary DPS character. There's one really trolly thing you can do for PvP point war, which I'll mention in a second. His captain ability, increase ally resist in point war by 50%. The problem with this is this isn't going to benefit him because his passive ability makes it so that he's immune to buffs and debuffs. So putting him as your captain will definitely help out the rest of your team, which isn't bad as well. His ultimate ability steals a buff from each enemy, deals damage, converts 30% of the damage dealt into healing, which you'll see. There's a really sick combo you can do with him. And then his basic attack attacks the enemy twice, steals buffs, reduces the target's HP ceiling. I mean, this dude, he's pretty dangerous. And because of that, what you can do is for your relics, you're going to want to go ahead and you're going to want to put the Hades set one. Ironic enough because it matches his name. So you're going to give him that plus 35% life steal. And then for the 2-piece, you go ahead and grant the counter attack. So that way you give him a chance to counter attack, which is really important. And basically what people do in Point War is throw him in as the only character, the only main character. And then they'll go ahead and they'll throw a bunch of these like Starmon guys in there. So there'll be like 4 of those. And basically what happens is the 4 Starmon die instantly takes his Breath of the Deep stacks all the way up to 50. So he gets a ridiculous amount of attack and healing. And there's a lot of times where you'll notice that he just kind of keeps regenerating his health over and over. And it gets to the point where it's like almost a never-ending loop and almost impossible to kill him. So he can be scary if you don't play properly against him. But overall, Hades is a very fun character to play with, very trolly. That is it for today, folks. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this video. Stay happy, stay safe, my friends. Peace!